Alright, so today we're looking at my favorite $500 gaming PC build, and please, if you want to see the gaming PC next month, please press on that like button and subscribe because that will help me out a ton, and check out the links in the description because that really gives me a good kick. So hey, this is one of my favorite budget PCs, as I said, because it's got really good parts that sync together in terms of performance for the money, and you wouldn't have any bottlenecking, plus a very good upgrade path relatively to what $500 is giving you. So without wasting any more time, let's get to the benchmarks first. And one of my favorite games is Call of Duty Warzone 2, and at 1080p ultra settings we were getting around 120 to 40 FPS. Now the other benchmarks are pretty much 1440p benchmarks. So we got Cyberpunk 2077 at 1440p high settings, FSR set to off, I believe. We are getting 45 FPS, so you can easily get 60 FPS by messing around with some settings here and there. Red Dead Redemption 2 at 1440p medium to high settings, and some actually settings are set to ultra. You are getting 60 frames per second easily, no problem. And the final game is God of War at 1440p high settings. We are getting a constant 60 FPS. Now I've had a lot of debates around the Ryzen 5 5500. I never liked this CPU, but hey, right now it goes for $98, and as surprising as it is for me, it's actually faster than the i3 12100F, which means in gaming performance it's the same as the Ryzen 5 5600 and 12400F in terms of the results that you're getting with the GPU that we have. So hey, it's also a 6-core 12-threaded CPU, so you're getting really good multitasking performance compared to the 12100F, and the AM4 system is more than enough, as you can actually upgrade to a 5800X 3D or a 5900X in the future. So I really like that one. As for the board, we're looking at the Asus B450M-2A Pro, something like that. Now the reason I went with that one is that it goes for $80, so this is the cheapest board that you can get right now on Amazon. A520M boards and B450M boards, the budget ones, have went crazy up in price right now, so I don't know why. But the biggest caveat with this board is that it doesn't have PCIe 4.0, which is a very big problem. But when you compare the GPU that we have, PCIe 3.0 versus 4.0, there is literally no difference in performance, so you're not having any setbacks or holdbacks here. But yeah, this is the only thing that we have a problem with. As for the RAM, we're looking at 16 gigs to 8GB sticks of DDR4 3200 MHz RAM. This one goes for $40. 16 gigs is more than enough for a budget PC like this, and it will get the job done. Also, if you want to do video editing, you'll have that. And yeah, 16 gigs, there isn't much to talk about here. And the SSD, we're looking at a 512GB SATA SSD. You can go with an M.2 SSD if you want to, but I decided to save the extra $5 and put it somewhere else since we are on a very tight budget. Now the GPU, we have something from AliExpress if you are interested, which is the RX 6600M. The reason I love this GPU that it's a very power efficient GPU, and it's got the same performance of the RX 6600, and there is no driver issues whatsoever. Or you can get the renewed version of the RX 6600 from Amazon. It goes right now for $200, I believe, so that's really cheap, and I recommend you also give it a shot. There is also the RTX 2060 for $230 if you are into an NVIDIA GPU, but any of the three GPUs mentioned here will give you the best adequate performance for 1080p. My favorite one is the 6600M since it goes for $185, and it performs the same, and it's actually a pretty power efficient GPU, and it doesn't consume that much heat. Now the case, we are looking at a lot of cases, but hey, it depends on the budget that you have. So we're looking at the B-Gears case. That one goes for $45. It's got all the bells and whistles we need, and this PC will not have any problems with the airflow. The Ryzen 5500 will never go over 70 degrees, I promise you that. And the RX 6600 is the same case here. You can also do undervolting to get better temperatures. Power supply, we're looking at the Enermax 500W 80 plus bronze rated power supply. This one will get the job done. It goes for $40. It's one of the best value for money power supplies out there. So yeah, that's been it. If you like the video, press on that like button and stay tuned for the PC build itself. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.